Welcome to the Capital Spreads Weekly Update. Today is Wednesday the 13th of April 2011, and we saw a little bit of profit taking in the FTSE and across other global indices yesterday. So the week has got off to a little bit of a shaky start following an upgrade to the nuclear disaster by Japan. Things slightly looking like they're deteriorating there. So we've seen a bit of risk aversion early on, but the FTSE has made a good rebound today on the back of some relatively good news. So we're back above 6,000 at the moment in the FTSE, and the Dow is at 12,300. For the currencies, Euro-dollar has continued its strength despite the Portuguese bailout. Euro-dollar around 145.00. Cable has also just continued to strengthen a bit around 162.50. And for gold, it continues its strength even though there was a bit of a correction earlier this week. It's around 14.58. Oil has had more of a sell-off, but Brent is still relatively strong, just rising a little bit today. Brent's back around 121. So we've seen the markets bounce today, and that's on the back of some relatively good data. Yesterday in the UK we saw inflation decline slightly from its highs, but a lot of that is down to the fact that Easter is a bit later this year, so we could potentially see the rate of inflation rise again when it's released next month. The other good news has been that unemployment has declined in the UK, so the rate of employment is at a 2-year high, so that's certainly good news for the UK. Interestingly, average earnings have also not risen at quite such a speedy pace. That's something that the Bank of England really focuses on, and so it's unlikely that we'll see a rate hike anytime soon from the Bank of England as a result. And also JP Morgan have literally just released some really good earnings, so their shares are up a bit in pre-trade ahead of the US session, and that follows on from Alcoa, which missed estimates. So far really a mixed bag for the US earnings, which gets underway in earnest this week and follows into next week, the week after. So how have clients been trading? Well, they saw the recent retracement as a buying opportunity. We bounced off around the 59.60 area. Clients did buy into the FTSE, and they also are long US markets as well. So feeling that we could potentially test the highs again. In the currencies, clients are very much largely short the euro. The euro has had incredible strength recently against the dollar and against sterling in particular, but clients are opposing that trend, so selling both euro-dollar and euro-sterling. They remain long gold, and they have gone long Brent as well, seeing this recent retracement as a buying opportunity. So for the rest of the week, we've got some important GDP numbers from China. They'll be closely focused. China data often has had quite a reaction, caused quite a reaction from the markets. That GDP number is expected to decline from 9.8 to 9.4%, but of course still showing very, very robust, very strong growth for the Chinese economy. We also have a beige book report from the US as well, so we'll be focusing on that. As well as from the US, we have inflation numbers, which again are expected to rise, oil prices being the main driver behind that. And then we end off the week with Michigan confidence, which is expected to sort of remain pretty flat. So what's the theme of this week? Well, the recent retracement, or the recent declines, have come at a time where the market was testing its highs, in particular the FTSE, in particular the Dow. So the question is has this caused a double top? And you'll see from the chart, the FTSE didn't quite get to its highs of the year, but it has failed there. So from a technical point of view, that's a lower high. Does that mean that we've got lower prices to come? It certainly wouldn't seem the case today. FTSE is quite strong, but there are a lot of markets, there are a lot of share prices as well that have failed to take out those 2011 highs. So interesting to see that clients are bullish But from a technical point of view, we really need to see whether the markets can push on beyond those highs. Will this double top form and will it lead to further profit taking? We'll have to wait and see. As ever, that is it. Do give us feedback, media@capitalspreads.com.